Hi, my name is Shane Sealis. Welcome to Mockup Monday number 59, where I try to show you something cool. So, I've been working on a game called Quadruple Sumo, and I want to add a developer console to it, which is basically a way that you can drop down and kind of muck with your game in the real build, basically. This was made popular in Quake, and I looked around for a bunch of different consoles. I bought a bunch of stuff off of the asset store, and nothing quite worked for me. But one of the developer consoles that I really liked was one from Mike Judd, and it's Unity 3D console. It's a Quake style console, and I'll show you what that looks like. And this one I actually really liked. And Mike is a cool guy. I follow him on Twitter. You should too. So you hit a special key, and then a console drops down. This is a command line interface. One of the things that's a little bit tricky about this is, there's no help, but of course you could write a command that does help. There's no list of commands, but that's something that you could, easily add to this kind of a thing. But over here, we actually have some commands written for this console, and you've got hello here. So if we type in hello, we get a usage. That's good. Let's do hello world. All right, hello world, fantastic. We can also do. Let's see. We've got the change material command. So let's see. Do change material. I've got a red material. No such material. What is it called? All right. Oh, I've got one. All right. It's red material, capital R, capital M. You can do that. All right. Change material. Red material. Okay, and then we hit another key and it goes away. So it's invisible. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you my take on this, which is heavily inspired by Emacs that I'm calling Minibuffer. So we're just going to, we don't need the command registration. So I'm just going to make this command work now for Minibuffer instead of for the Unity console. And let's do this. So what we do with the method that we want to make a command, we just basically add an attribute. There we go. And we don't need any of this. If it takes one argument, you just give it one argument. All right, and the way that you bring up Minibuffer is Alt-X, which is a Emacsism. So now we can type in hello, and it asks for the name. We'll do hello world, and we've got hello world. Let's see, but maybe we want to add some completion in there. So we want this to prompt the user for name colon, and we have some completions in mind for what we want to be there. Let's do world, solar system, galaxy, galaxy. And this is kind of the thing that Minibuffer tries to do is to make it so you're just adding metadata to your functions instead of writing a UI. You're just throwing in like little bits to be like, oh yeah, this is a command. Oh yeah, this is how you complete this. Rather than dealing with putting together a UI that's either buttons or even just text processing like a CLI. All right, so now we can do hello. And so you see there that I've got tab completion for commands. So we've got hello. Now if I type galaxy, it tab completes. Or if I just tab complete at the beginning. I've got all of that. So if I tab complete here, it'll actually show you all the commands that are available to you. Let's go down and we'll do the next command, the change material one. Here we do the same thing. Just add command, and we can just drop all that because all we need is a material name. And so the change material CLI does the string processing, gets you the material, and then there's a helper function down there. And let's see, we'll do change material, material name, no tab completion because it's just a string. You know, strings don't intrinsically have any anything. It was red material, no such material. What was it? Was it capital R, capital M? Okay, there we go. Okay, that's fine. Now we can go in here and we can do a prompt and add you know, that stuff. But let's do something else. Let's do this. Let's just add it to our helper function, which takes a material. All right, so now we do change material and red material. Hey, there we go. Also, we can just tab here. We can see all the materials, so you can do that. Also, this is a nice little trick, but if you go through up and down the list, you can actually see a preview of what that material actually looks like. So there's that. And this is so in general, one of the things that Minibuffer strives to do is if there's something that's tab completable, it tries to tab complete it. And that's true for materials. It's also true for commands, files, directories, colors, fonts. I mean, materials, meshes. I mean, pretty much anything that is something you can look up in Unity and get a list for it, then Minibuffer can get it too. And you notice here I've brought up a window. There are windows for different kinds of help that can come up. You can resize them to kind of half size, or kind of quarter size, or what have you. You hit Control G to quit, or escape, and that'll get rid of the window. That'll quit whatever command it is that you might be doing but decided to stop. If you hit quit twice, the Minibuffer just goes away. And one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to make this very discoverable. So here's a list of commands that are available, and so that you can inspect, like, what is it what commands are in here. You can also take a look at what the key bindings are, because there are key bindings that you can set to commands. All right, one last thing before I go. There's a command called cube drop, which will drop one cube, which is great. Emacs also has a thing called universal argument, where you're able to pass to these interactive commands either essentially kind of a Boolean toggle or a number. So if I hit Control U and type in 1,000, that'll pass 1,000 to the command. And now the command can do whatever it wants with that number, but typically it's used for kind of repeating things. So if I do Control U 1,000 for cube drop, I get a rain of cubes, and this is called the Cubefetti. My buddy on Twitter, @Wanuski, so named it, and I'm sticking with it. And yeah, so this is Minibuffer. All right, well, Thank you very much for watching. I am trying to organize a beta, so if you're interested, let me know on Twitter at Shane Sealis, and I'll see if I can't get you a copy. Oh, you know what? There's some other stuff in here. Let's detach this quadrupus. Let's make him dance. Twitch. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for watching.